redirect, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Hurry up with this shit. Lord, it's done. It's done. It is done. Hey, friends. Oh, my Lord, that was terrible. Yeah, she wouldn't redirect. She's such a little bastard. She refused. She was like, no, we're not doing that. Is that the moon? Now? No, it is not. We'll be on the porch shortly. But I want to play a video I made. And before you get your fucking panties in a bunch. So I was going to post it as a standalone, but I felt like it's a good intro to, what we're going to be talking about this evening. So, I wish that was the moon tonight. It would look very pretty. You drove yourself, Captain. Very nice. Okay. So, I'm sure everybody's heard of the Salem Witch Trials. I mean, I grew up in Massachusetts. It was a thing. It's still a thing. I mean, it's history, right? But I was trying to think of different things. I know a lot of people are like, oh, this place is a cult, or people think that we think that this place is a cult, whatever. I don't know. What I think is this, and I think it's very fitting. And I want to know what you guys think. Yeah, we went every single year. So it's always something that stays in the back of my mind anyway. So, because I don't get to go anymore. But I'm going to play this for you guys, and I want your brutally honest opinions of what you think. Okay?
Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about something that might sit differently depending on how you hear it. Some will understand it right away, others may not, and that's fine. These are my personal reflections, not an attack on any one person. What I'm trying to do is draw a connection between a piece of history close to where I've lived most of my life, Salem and the Witch Trials, and the way our own community has begun to mirror that same kind of tension. We all know the people involved, but what matters here is the pattern, not the names. In the winter of 1692, Salem, Massachusetts was a community of devout people, mothers who loved their children, daughters who helped their families, sisters who cared for each other. They were decent people who believed in protecting the innocent and calling out evil. They were also the same people who sat in a meeting house and cheered while 19 innocent people were led to the gallows. The terrifying thing about Salem wasn't that monsters took. Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about something.
All right. I turned it up. Let's see if this is better. All right. We'll see if this is better. I turned it all the way up. I didn't want to fuck up people's ears, but you hard of her bastards over there. All right. We'll start again. Okay. Are you ready? Let's go.
Thing that might sit differently depending on how you hear it. Some will understand it right away, others may not, and that's fine. These are my personal reflections, not an attack on any one person. What I'm trying to do is draw a connection between a piece of history close to where I've lived most of my life, Salem and the Witch Trials, and the way our own community has begun to mirror that same kind of tension. We all know the people involved, but what matters here is the pattern, not the names. In the winter of 1692, Salem, Massachusetts was a community of devout people, mothers who loved their children, daughters who helped their families, sisters who cared for each other. They were decent people who believed in protecting the innocent and calling out evil. They were also the same people who sat in a meeting house and cheered while 19 innocent people were led to the gallows. The terrifying thing about Salem wasn't that monsters took over the town. It's that ordinary, good people, people who looked just like us, slowly accepted behavior they never would have tolerated before. They normalized cruelty. They called it justice. And they convinced themselves they were still the good people. I'm writing this because I'm watching it happen again, right now, in our community. And the most disturbing part isn't the creators making content from someone's domestic violence report. It's the hundreds of women, mothers, daughters, sisters, sitting in those chat rooms, accepting it. Salem's witch trials weren't driven by a few evil people convincing everyone else to do terrible things. They were driven by a community that slowly, gradually, normalized the unthinkable. It started with legitimate concerns, strange behavior that needed explaining, real fear that needed addressing. The first accusations seemed reasonable: outcasts, people who were already problems. But each accusation made the next one easier. Each time the community accepted something slightly worse than before, their tolerance expanded. What shocked them in week 1 became standard practice by week 10. The most chilling part wasn't the accusers pointing fingers, it was the crowd in the meeting house. Ordinary people who would never consider themselves cruel, sitting there, nodding along, accepting what was happening as normal and necessary. They didn't wake up one day and decide to become a mob. They became a mob, one accepted cruelty at a time. We used to have a community people actually enjoyed. Different perspectives, different approaches, but we agreed on the basics: truth, protecting victims, accountability. There were boundaries, standards, lines we didn't cross. Then came the missing teenager, Sebastian. Maybe even before him was Summer's case, or others before that. But that's when the cracks really split open. Two sides formed, tensions boiled over, a lawsuit landed. Creators, a grieving father, even a celebrity, all taking aim at two commentary channels. That was the breaking point, the moment people decided to choose a side more firmly. And little by little, we watched as things started to slide. Things they once said they'd never stand for. Now we've got chat rooms packed with women, 700, sometimes 1,700 at a time, sitting there watching someone's domestic violence report read out loud like it's a reality show. And instead of disgust, the comments roll in. She is teaching them it is okay to abuse, lie, and enable. Thank you for letting people know. He's abuser. Looks like swollen roid extremities, IMO. Just catch up. No wonder the teacher was hit. These aren't trolls in the dark. They're mothers, daughters, sisters, everyday women, and they'd lose their minds if their own private trauma was thrown up on a screen like this. But here they are, normalizing it, applauding it, wrapping it up in a bow, and calling it accountability. Here's what's most revealing about what we've become. While this community obsesses over every word, every stream, every response in this internal civil war, the creators who are actually exploiting tragedy continue their harm completely unchecked. Right now, as we focus all our energy on destroying each other, the real problem creators are spreading active misinformation about Emmanuel Haro, Idaho 4, Summer Wells, cases involving real families, real victims, real ongoing investigations. The same sensationalism, the same factual errors, the same ethical violations we used to stand together against. In Salem, the most dangerous position wasn't being accused of witchcraft. It was questioning whether the accusations had gone too far. When John Proctor suggested the girls might be lying, he became suspect. When others asked for more evidence, they became witch sympathizers. When people pointed out inconsistencies in testimony, they became defenders of evil. The pattern in our community is identical. When some of us started saying this had crossed lines, that reading domestic violence reports to hundreds of strangers wasn't justice, that targeting family members wasn't accountability, we became the moral authority. We were branded as defenders when we weren't defending anyone. We were defending what we used to be. No one expects us to go back to that. Far too many lines have been crossed by far too many of us. But where does it end? Many of us had been in this community for years. We'd called out real predators, real exploitation, real harm. But the moment we suggested that maybe, just maybe, this had gone too far, we became enemies too. Some of us have walked away entirely, not because we think the targets are innocent, but because we can't stomach what we've become. We left a side we once believed in because it stopped being about protection and started being about entertainment. Some of the people who started this with legitimate concerns about accuracy have become the most obsessed participants. Original fact checkers have completely aligned with the attacking side, consumed by this battle. We now befriended creators who dox, who show bigotry, who have no boundaries whatsoever. The mission got lost. The principles got abandoned. The people who started this to protect truth have become the ones distorting it most. Salem's ministers thought they were serving God, right up until the end. They never realized they'd become the very evil they claimed to fight. I know what response this will get. I can already hear it. But what about when so and so said something about Islam? What about when so and so did that FOIA? What about when so and so ordered a domestic violence video? What about, what about, what about? This is exactly how Salem perpetuated itself. Every time someone questioned whether they'd gone too far, the response wasn't self-reflection, it was pointing to someone else's supposed crimes. What about when she cursed my cow? What about when she looked at me strangely? What about when she didn't come to church? There was always another what about to justify the current cruelty. There was always another accusation to deflect from examining their own behavior. I stand firmly on this. It's all wrong. All of it. The behavior on every side that crosses ethical lines is wrong, and we cannot keep playing the what about game because it will never end. There will always be another example to point to, another justification for why this time is different, why this target deserves it. If you have a friend who's gone too far, stop and talk to them. If that behavior continues, you have a choice to make about what you're willing to accept in your name, in your community, with your participation. Salem citizens could always point to the last witch's supposed crimes to justify burning the next one. We can always point to the last controversy to justify the current harassment. But at some point, we have to look at what we've become and ask, is this who we wanted to be? I am no longer even addressing the creators. This is more about the participation. Is this who you are and what you want to encourage? Without you, there is no community. Salem's witch trials ended not because people came to their senses, but because the hysteria finally reached someone untouchable. When the governor's wife was accused, suddenly the whole enterprise seemed less credible. Our digital Salem will end the same way. Either we'll exhaust the content we can extract from these targets, or we'll find more profitable people to destroy. The algorithm will move on. The community will find new drama. But what happens to us when it's over? The witches were never the danger in Salem. The danger was the ordinary people who went along with it. People who convinced themselves they were doing the right thing while they were destroying lives. And for the record, anyone's tragedy being exploited is wrong. Even people I don't like, even people I can't stand. It shouldn't happen to anyone, but it does. And the crime never matches the punishment. It's absurd. A throwaway comment turns into months of coordinated attacks. Someone falls asleep on stream and it's the breaking news of the day. That outrage isn't real, it's manufactured. And it's disgusting. What confuses me most is how fast it all happened. We went from a community that called out tragedy pimps to a mob obsessed with one person. Every stream, every video, every conversation circles back to her. Obsessed. Meanwhile, she's not even the only one in that lawsuit. There are bigger names, more influential people with actual power, but they barely get mentioned. They stay quiet, do whatever they do behind the scenes, and nobody talks about them. And yeah, she doesn't make it easy on herself. She says stupid things. She lets vile people on her panels say stupid things. She goes live every day, and half the time, she's responding to the drama instead of just logging off. Maybe she should shut up. Maybe if she disappeared from the internet entirely, it would quiet down. But let's be honest, would it really stop? Or would the mob just find another excuse, another target, another reason to keep the entertainment going? I completely get why one person is angry. She's the one in court, she's the one getting sued. That's her fight, and her people should support her. But it's not everyone's fight. The rest of this anger? It's borrowed, it's fake, and it's turned into profit. People making money off pain that isn't even theirs to monetize. So ask yourself, what are you really doing here? What are you actually standing for? Because from where I'm sitting, it doesn't look like justice. It doesn't look like protection. It looks like Salem all over again. Ordinary people convincing themselves this is righteous, while it just gets uglier and more dehumanizing by the day. And I think it's already too late to stop it.
You sound so dramatic, Tracy. This isn't the Salem Witch Trials. It's not that serious.
You're right, it isn't. The difference is, we should know better. The citizens of Salem lived hundreds of years ago without the education, anti bullying campaigns, and harassment laws we have today. We have all the knowledge, all the hindsight, all the tools to be better. We know how mobs form and how they justify their behavior. We know how it ends. And still, we're doing it. This isn't a sob story for one person, it's an honest observation of our community. We are choosing this behavior with full awareness of the harm it can cause. That doesn't make us better than Salem citizens, it makes us worse. To those of you taking part in this, I have one question. Why? This isn't about what about them. It's about this moment, right now. If it was wrong for someone to have a vile person on their panel, it is just as wrong for you to sit in a chat while someone's trauma is read for laughs. Wrong then, wrong now, period. Why do you act like this is different?
So there you have it. Perhaps that resonated with some of you, maybe not. People can rewind as they're coming in. I thought it was fitting. To me, it made a lot of sense because look at what happened in Salem with just a finger point. Just a finger point. That's all it took. And it got bad. People were burned. Hey, tell me more. Good to see you. I just felt like it was a pretty decent comparison because, and that's why I ended it too the way that I did. Like, it's so dramatic, chasing, or what about? I don't want to hear it. Yeah, we all do the things. We do. We sit, we gossip, we do stupid stuff. Fair, fair. I'm just as guilty as anybody else here, for sure. However, exposing DV reports, using someone's ex who is a convicted P to upset her, any of it, it's bullshit, it's wrong, and you wouldn't do it in person. You wouldn't. People would say that they are and that they would, but they wouldn't. You wouldn't. So right now, things are at an excruciating level. Somebody said in a chat yesterday or today, I don't know, the lives are all fucking running together at this point. Somebody was like, no, it's not because Clue or this one joined our community that it's bad. No, it's been this bad. What? It was this bad? When? Tell me when it's ever fucking been this bad. Because I haven't seen it. I think that's bullshit. I have not seen that. Not like this. Yeah, the justifications are insane, Callie. Yeah, MFW. And that is what we're going to talk about. Without the people in the chat egging this bullshit on, we're talking to the air. We're talking to nobody. We're saying nothing and we're talking to nobody. And a lot of us have been around a long fucking time. And no, you can't tell me that it's been this way because it hasn't. Maybe the people who are currently here now have come from other communities and it was always that way there, but it wasn't that way here. We had fucking standards, some rules. We never did this shit. And now look at it. The worse you are, the more people you have supporting you. And it's insane. So I'm going to be on my iPad out there. So I'm going to mute on here and remove myself. And I'll be down there in just a minute. All right. Go, go, go. Go, shoulder. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Hello, mother suckers. Tell me if you can hear me. It's not my birthday. Oh, that was loud, bitch. What the fuck? All right. I can see you. You can hear me. Hi. All right. Same. Been here since 2017. I'm going to come out and flash you all. I am not going to come out and flash you all. That is a fucking lie. Of course I'm not. The crickets are just voicing their opinions. Yes, they are. I read them in shorts because it was very warm today, but it's not now. Now it's getting chilly. My son wants to sleep out here tonight. I don't know if that's a great idea, but it's up to him. And rewind if you didn't hear the video before this. I don't think I have that VCR thing, VHR, whatever the fuck it is. If you'd like to watch it, please do. Is Buford here? Buford? TikTok people coming over made things worse. Hey, unsupervised. Betty. Look at my friend Betty. They are. They are. Let's see. Your boys used to too. Good to see you too, Deborah. What's this about or who? It's not a specific person, right? I think that's what we're used to around here now is just, you know, I can't stand Clue, so I'm going to have a fucking live stream about her. I don't like nonsense, so I'm going to have a live stream. We don't like the jerks, so we're going to have a live stream. I mean, it's all everybody, including myself, because this community sucks balls now. It's no good. It sucks balls. I don't know how else to say that. The video prior to this, if you want a mature opinion on it, please listen to that. That's also me. This is the other side of me. This is the go fuck yourself side that I don't know why all of this has happened. It's horrible and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it here. But do I hate it here? Clearly not, because here I am, right? So there is a little boy named Emmanuel Harrow, right? And he's disappeared. We're very confident. Obviously, his parents have been prosecuted. Or not prosecuted, arrested. Oh, I don't like this. I'm going to get my microphone in a little bit here because I don't like this one. I have the really clear one. It was on the charger though, so I gotta get that because I don't like this. This sounds weird. But while we're all over here doing all the stupid shit, people are going live saying that this poor baby has been found. Big channels, small channels, all channels, saying that Jake, the dad, confessed. You know, he's doing all this. He did that. He went out there. They found the baby's there. None of it's true because people are rushing to be first with this information. And this is exactly what used to happen in other cases where we as a community would try to put out the correct information. And yeah, sometimes a couple of people might get insulted because, if they consistently did it, then people had something to say about it. And they didn't like that. But at least we tried to put out good information and tried to correct and keep these kids' names or people's names out there with the accurate information. We don't even do that anymore. We're a fucking mess. Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not talking about them. No, the jerks is a group over here. I was just giving an example. You are B Ferg? See, his case is so damn sad too. Hey, Spivey. I'm trying to be common sense. Believe me, I want to just come here and play all the things and say all the fucking things. Coming out of the bushes to say, TT people were not the issue. Most went back to TikTok and didn't really stay on YouTube. Okay, back to the bushes I go. I've yet to see a credible report either. It's just bullshit. No, nobody's talking about... Okay, can we talk about Sebastian for one moment, please? Sebastian Rogers, who's been missing now. So February, March, April, May, June, July, August, going into September. A year and almost 7 months, right? This is how all the bullshit in this community started. Okay, yes, it was bad during summers. Thank you, Spidey. It was bad during summers. Okay, Summer Wells. It's still bad in the Summer Wells part of this community. It's still not good. People are lying and tarot card readings and lie detector tests and bullshit. But Sebastian's case was the latest case that many of us covered. Things went too far, myself included. They went too far. People ended up filing a lawsuit. The lawsuit was bullshit, clearly. In that lawsuit are two people, just two, a YouTuber and a TikToker. They have every right, those two ladies, to be outraged and disgusted that it went this far. Of course, they've got to take some accountability as well. However, like I said in the video, if you rewind and you want to hear it, other people jumped on the pain of those ladies and what they're dealing with to make it into their own thing to justify attacking people. And that's what it's become. It has become an all-out BNN, Brittany News Network. I don't give a fuck if people don't like that. If they're like, oh, you're exaggerating, it's because she's so evil. Yeah, okay. Okay. Have you seen some of the people around here? Have you met them? They're fucking horrendous. Thank you so much, Em. I appreciate that so much. A lot of people on here are horrible. They are. Can you call Brittany out for some of her true crime stuff? Of course. Of course. Yes. Can you call her out for personal things? Of course. Nobody's like, you can't because we said you cannot. Of course you can. This is America. You can do whatever you want to do. However, all these channels are that outraged? Bro, it's phony. I'm sorry. Does anybody else agree? It's fake. It's fucking performative outrage. It's fake as fuck, in my opinion, allegedly. Doesn't look real to me. Like, what did she do to you? Like, point and show me where she hurt you. Because it's so weird that the whole internet's this angry. Like, cut it out already. It looks ridiculous. Honest to God. It's like, how many more fucking streams do we need to see on Britney? How many? Because this is outlandish at this point. And people be like, but she said this about me. All right. People said I was in a fucking pedo ring. In a pedo ring. Hello. Or connected to people who were in a pedo ring. All right. Maybe they didn't say I was actually in it, but that I was connected to people who might be in one. Allegedly. They said my husband beats me. Or might allegedly could possibly be beating me. I could do streams fucking every day for the rest of my life. Did I? No. Why? Because why? For what? What am I gonna do for the rest of my life? Do streams on the person who made me hurt? No. This is insane. And it's not just talking shit. It's going as far as sitting there with 1,600 other women, and I hesitate to use that fucking word because I don't know. These people are like little monsters. Women, mothers, sisters, former, abuse victims, allegedly, and read somebody's DV report. That did it for me. It did it. It did it for me. I was done. I was finished. I was complete. Like, you're taking people, the ones with the common sense, and pushing them to the other side. Do you realize that you're doing that by encouraging this type of behavior? Because that's what's happening. At least that's what's happening to me. It is so bad. Hey, Kool-Aid. I think Jason would take her husband. I wish he fucking would. Fucking stab his throat. Sorry to him in the house. Hopefully he's not watching us. Like, bitch, you're gonna stab me? I'll stab you while you're sleeping if you put your hands on me. Seeing some of the comments shocked me. It is the comments. I'm not even talking to the creators, because the creators are doing it for numbers. Fact. You choose your most vile one. Whoever you might think your vile one is, you don't have to put it in the chat. I'd prefer you don't. Pick out of the creators we have over here now. Pick your most vile 3. In your mind, whoever they might be. Look at their numbers. Look at their numbers. Then go look at the numbers of anybody who does normal true crime, normal gossip, normal just chit-chatting, normal whatever. The more vile you are on here in this community, the more views you get. That's 100% fact. It's 100% fact. The worse it gets, the more people come in. They love it. They survive off of it. Yeah, they get all the numbers. It's absolutely bonkers. I've never seen anything like this before. The worse you are, the worse things that you say, the more people want to be in there participating. I have the screenshots. Oh, I do. I absolutely do. I can read you some if you'd like. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Who's burning at the stake? Right now, mostly just Britney. Mostly just Britney. She's the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. Like, she's the worst. Never have I seen anything like it. It's insane. Let's see. Let's see some of these screenshots. I think she is as abusive to him as he is to her. Why is BJ asking for prayers? She's not even there to take care of her daughter. Hasn't been for years. You fucking whores. Take these out. Again, if you want to see the mature side of me who focuses and does things, you can rewind the video and see that part. That's not this. This is not that. This is the whole other part of the stream where I read these comments and I bet a bitch wouldn't in person. What does Queen call people? Tony Tough Knuckles? Is that what it is? Tony Tough Knuckles? I think that's what the word she uses. That's literally what some of these people are. Behind a screen, probably 60 some odd years old, has a miserable fucking life, lives with a cat, and makes comments as somebody's reading a DV report about what Brittany J's life must be like right now in her house. Because you know what her life is like, right? Do you know what my life is like since I come on the internet sometimes? Do you have any idea? You think you know people. You don't know shit. You don't know anything. It's, people will say, and they have said, oh, now they are Brittany J defenders. They're Brittany J sympathizers. They're simps for Brittany. They're only doing this because they don't like the people on the other side. No, that's the whole point. We were on the other side. We were with you when it was about content. We were there with you. We were all together. Do you remember that? Then it turned into this. It turned into this vile, nasty shit. You think some of us are going to sit around and participate in this? The fuck? My son, I swear to God. I'm going to go up there and knock him into next month in a minute. I'm not really, but I might. Sorry. Takes me a second. Okay. Hold on, please. Please hold. Some of the creators that I see in these chats too, never in a million years, never in a million years would you have gotten me to believe 6 months ago that they would be supporting this type of behavior. You could not pay me enough back then. I would have been like, no, I don't think they will. Let's see. These are just all so bad. I don't even fucking want to read them all. Why is this moving? Oh, it's a video. It's because I recorded it. That's why. Her son called her a fatty on the live, too. Her kid should be in bed, not listening to her. He screamed at her and called her a fatty. Yeah, where do you think these kids learn that? Who the fuck are you to record her kids? To record a stream where her kids talk? Do you have no morals to cut that out? You can't cut that part out because that's a big piece of content. Because that's how you prove she's a bad lady. She's a bad mother. Because her kids are in the background. This is people, mothers. Oh my God, I didn't even see you there. One of the creators I absolutely looked up to. That happened in audio on a stream where he yelled into the mic about haters too. So you're over there encouraging people from this other community to come into this community. Do you even know what you're dealing with over there? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. What research has been done on this other community that's being brought over here, that's being encouraged to come here and look at creators here? I saw somebody today tell one of the creators from that other community that I'm not even going to mention the name of, that Joneson would be a good target. So Brittany and Joneson, which as soon as they start coming over here and reviewing Brittany and Johnson, how soon before they get to one of us? One of the other ones who were in the chat. How soon? And you guys are cool with that. You're fine with that. Very nice. Very nice. Up until this week, certain creators in my head, I can't anymore either, Amber. I can't anymore. It sucks since the drama community has come to true crime. It's even worse, honestly. It's worse because these are communities that review lol cows. Lol cows. Local. These are people who review people like Foodie Beauty. Okay. Which, you know, that's wrong too, but whatever. These are review commentary channels. Like we had Burnt Toast, who did this, you know, she reviewed Channing. But Burnt Toast approached it in a way where it didn't seem very trollish. It didn't seem dangerous. This is a whole nother different level. And it's like you guys don't even care. You want to prove that she's bad so fucking badly that you'll do anything at this point. And it's horrible. I don't understand it. Yeah, the anti-communities. I know, Bam. They ain't fucking with me. I'm sure it'll get there. I'm sure it'll get there. And, you know, I know now I'm seen as a they or a them or whatever. I walked on my own. I left on my own. I stand on my own. I do what the fuck I want. I don't do because somebody wants me to do. It was too much for me. I'm not going to sit here and listen to this every day about this dumb shit. I don't care if she's sleeping. I don't care. Why would I care? You know, and then watching like what's been going on Jones's the past few days with Elevated Truth and the DV report and all of that shit. Listen, I don't get triggered over DV. It's not something that triggers me. But I've told you guys before. Christine Payton, Francisco Robles, East Boston, Massachusetts. Look it up. She was one of my best friends. He was in jail. He had beat her before he went to jail, but he was in jail for beating another woman. Got out of jail, said he needed a place to stay for the night. She let him stay there. She was supposed to go out with her sister for her birthday. She didn't go. My godson was in the house. He killed her that night. Domestic violence is not a joke. He beat her before. You understand what I'm saying? She was a victim of his prior, right? Oh, he changed. He was in jail 8 months. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da. I just need a place to stay for tonight, Chrissy. I just need tonight. That's just tonight. And I'm getting on a bus to New York tomorrow. Didn't happen because he killed her. So was it her fault that she's dead? Because going by how Brittany's situation is being portrayed, because she stayed with Craig, she's not a victim. She's not a victim because she stayed. Who the fuck are you to determine who a victim is? Well, she's not a victim because she said it. I can't stand you bitches no more. I really can't. Immature, heartless, cruel. It's insane. I never thought that I would see some of these people doing this. Never. Do you know that that's usually when they get killed? Is when they try to leave? That's an actual stat. I'm not making it up. It's true. When they try to leave, there's a 75% chance that they could die. But people think that's okay because they don't like her. So trash. I almost walked completely away after a specific live. I know, Audrey. Unsupervised, he claimed he was a DV advocate. For 4 years, he ran a DV advocacy place, but he ain't going to tell us. We got to go do research. Yeah, okay. I'm on my way right now. It was many years ago, Robin. I mean, I still miss her. Her mother misses her. My godson misses her. Her sister and brother miss her very much. You know, we used to go to all his parole hearings. And for whatever reason, was it last year? Yeah, last year they decided to parole him finally. Which I never thought he would get paroled. Never, but he did. He did. Yeah, we've all had some type of abuse in our family. My mother was beaten. Now, let me tell you, my mother was a nutball. She gave as good as she got. Was she a victim? Yes. Was my stepdad also a victim? Yes, because my mother was nutty. But seeing your mother get beat by a man, I mean, she didn't always lose. Sometimes she started the fights, but there were many times. I mean, he was a black belt. He would whoop her ass. It was traumatic. It was awful. You know, I would grab my little sister and we would run to my grandmother's house. And it wasn't close by. Like, we were out there in the middle of the night, hiding under cars, hoping he didn't see us, because he'd ripped the phone out of the walls. DV's serious. And while I can't say, you know, I'm not going to be like, oh, my poor mother, she was a victim. Yes, she was. But there were times, you know, he'd be asleep and she would smash a lamp over his head. Like, they were both extremely violent people. And that's how it was. So why didn't she leave? Well, she had nowhere to go. She was a waitress. Where was she going to take us to live on tips? My grandmother's house was full. There was nowhere to go there. There was nowhere to go. She wasn't leaving. We knew she wasn't leaving after like the 12th time that it happened. There are a million reasons you don't leave. She didn't leave until she had a whole nother life and relationship on the side. Then she left because she felt secure enough to leave. She never felt strong enough or able enough to get out of there. She just couldn't do it. He made the money. He had the money. She didn't have shit. She didn't leave. So we lived through it. We're okay. We didn't become violent. We haven't hurt anybody. You know, yes, the kids suffer. Absolutely. We did. We suffered. But we're okay. We're all right. We've raised successful families. We've had successful careers. It's okay. You act like her kids, you know, like you give a fuck about her kids. You don't know her kids. Shut up. You don't know her kids. Yeah, you have to feel secure. You can't just leave. Where was she going to take us? She didn't have a car. She didn't have anything. She was a waitress. She waited tables. She had nowhere to go. She had nowhere to go. People are like, you still leave. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, some people are able to leave. Some aren't. That's just how it is. This is real fucking life. My sister left. She drove halfway to Mississippi. My husband picked her up the rest of the way. She was able to leave because she had me. My mother didn't have anybody. But it took my sister several times before she could leave. Several times. Chrissy tried to get away from Francisco, and she ended up dead. You don't know. All of you judgmental whores in those chat rooms egging this on, saying, oh, well, it's public information. I support you putting out public information. I understand that you like Clue better, and that's totally fine too. And I'm talking to the people who are in those fucking chats. You like Clue better. Totally fine. People exploited what happened with Clue's ex. Completely wrong. Disgusting and wrong. It should have never happened. Ever. It should have never happened. That being said, does it then make it okay to do this to Brittany? Because it did happen? If that was wrong, how the fuck isn't this wrong? How can you be so against that and okay with this? How? If you know that what was done to Clue is wrong, why the hell would you support that? It makes no sense. Oh, it's my baby girl. Hold on, buddy, I'm live. What are you doing with that?
I need it.
For what?
I'm going live.
Are you? You guys are going on your thing?
Yeah.
I love you.
I love it. How do I open this?
Come here. No.
Oh, like that.
Like this. Look at it. Yeah. It's and you can do this.
What's that?
If you want it
Oh,
like
back.
that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can move this around a little bit, and then you tighten it with this thing right here. Okay. How are your feet? Still hurt?
Yeah, but not as bad.
Right. I put a big box in the office just for shipping or whatever. Absolutely, they're being intellectually dishonest. They know that it's wrong. None of it's okay, not one bit of it. And that's why I'm saying you can't tell me this place has always been like this. I'd have been outraged every day of my life on here. No. The masses paying for it, Lana. Yeah. If there was nobody in Clue's chat, Clue would go on and talk about somebody else. Something else. She would do something else. 100%. People like it. Liking Clue or not, it was wrong. 100%. I mean, in the very beginning, when the FOIA was done, I was like, the minute we start looking into each other, we've crossed a line. We've crossed a line and we can't come back. Now look. Now look where we are. And things were happening before Jones and did a FOIA. Doesn't make it any more or less right. Jay Fox, was it you who said to that creator today that Joneson was a good target? Yes or no? Oh yeah, you can't be here. You can't be here. I'll wait to see what you have to say about it, but why would you say that? I don't understand that. It's bad, Robin. Snakeson would be a good local target. Yes, you did, right? Am I wrong? Because I don't think I am. I don't see J Fox now. Where'd they go? Can you guys see it? Oh, okay. I didn't say target. She called herself one during a live stream. A lol cow. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Please hold. Because I think you're being disingenuous with me right now, and I don't appreciate that. Hold on. It's not it. I know one of you guys know where it is. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Snakeson would be a great cow for you, and she knows she's a cow too. So you're telling the person who's on the stream, who reviews lol cows, Snakeson would be a great cow for you, and she knows she's a cow too. Do you think that's appropriate to put Joneson in that position? Her family, her mom who's in here, because you know they don't just go after one person, right? You know they go after the families, they go after the houses, they go after the husbands, the wives. Actually, I've been trying to have a conversation with people, but it has fallen on deaf ears. No one's interested. Did I tag him? No. No. I get so aggravated, Alex. And again, my mature side, if you rewind, you can watch the video at the beginning of the stream. It's a very good video. You know, pay no attention to what comes after the video. Yeah, I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it's appropriate at all. Whether or not Joneson said, you know, yeah, I watch lol cows, I'm a lol cow, whatever. What they do over in that lol cow, Keemstar, whatever universe is not the same as what goes on with these people. I think we all know that. This is very different than that. It's not safe. There's a lot of going real life, doxing, threats, all of that stuff. Why would anybody want that for anybody in our community? It's like this place is just getting worse. And it's the chatters. It's the people in the chats. Yes, it's the fucked up ass people in the community, the creators who provide this content for the chatters who want this type of cesspool. But why do we want it? That's what I want to know. We're not okay with what we were. That wasn't good enough. Like putting out the information, correcting the misinformation of these horrible true crime creators who are doing the most, making up lies, going real life, going to crime scenes, exploiting victims. That wasn't enough for y'all? You needed the mob? You needed the crazy part of all of this to come in? And we can't say, oh, not me, not me. Yes. Yes. All of you who are in those chats encouraging this, saying Brittany deserved it, saying that Joneson should be looked at, saying any of this, doing FOIAs, looking up DV reports, looking up Cluzacs, looking up anything. It's so fucking wrong. I don't understand. Who are these people in our community? I see so many names in those chats, and I'm like, you used to come in my chat. Don't you ever fucking come back here again. Never in life. Don't do it. Some of them are vile, vile, vile. Chatters feed them. Yes. Yeah, at a lot of the chats, anything goes. I'm actually new to YouTube, so I wouldn't say I knew what I was doing. Jay Fox, you've been around forever. What? Am I crazy? Jay Fox has been here forever. At least since Sebastian. Same Jay Fox, same icon. I'm not stupid. Am I? Don't we all know Jay Fox? If you're new to YouTube, then how do you know that that person reviews lol cows? Like, this was an Elevated Truths chat. You weren't talking to Elevated Truth. You weren't talking to Clue. You were talking to the other person. I am not going to name the other person. So how would you even know who that person was, or if that person reviews lolcows? Like, how would you know that? What am I, fucking stupid right now having this conversation? Like, don't piss on me and tell me it's raining, please. Am I crazy? You been here less than a year? That's a pretty long time. Hey, Nicole. People are desperate for a scapegoat. They were talking about lolcows, so you were like, oh, Snakeson would be a good one. Jay Fox, don't play with my life. I'll leave it up to the mods what to do with you. I don't feel like being treated like an idiot right now. I really don't. What MK say? I've been over here looking for the damn cricket that got in my house. Then it dawns on me I have earbuds in. They're all in my yard. All of them. Oh, well, the Pickster made a decision, and there you go. Yeah. Creators, we have a choice to be on here. We have a choice. Like, we're all adults. Nobody puts guns to our heads and tells us to come on here. We'll speak about guns in a minute. We make our decisions to come on here. Some of us make a living on here. Some of us don't. Some of us used to. All we gotta do is click end stream. Nobody's forced to fucking be here. So who gets treated? How they treat each other? How they treat each other. You can't make an argument anymore for one creator over the other. How could you? Think about it. Look around. Who could you argue for at this point? Honestly, who could you argue for at this point? I don't know. I don't for a baby. I do have a monster on my thigh, though. Would you like to see it? You would. I know you would. Let us not. See this right here? It's from the chair, you motherfucker. Shut up. Wait. Hold on. See it? There you go. That is Abe. Okay? That's what that is. And then I have some on my other leg and my foot. Life is a Beautiful Disaster is on my foot. Can't even really read that one anymore. One on my neck. I have a ton on my back. I have some across my stomach. Thug Life. You know, I have lots. I don't have Center and Saint though. I do have a yin and yang, but it's not really a yin yang. It's a mean face, like a mean happy guy, and then a happy guy. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway. Most of mine are old and faded now as I age. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look at that butt. No, not my butt. You have a 90s tramp stamp. Bitch. I never did get that one. That's my last one that I got. Oh, you can't see it. It says by grace alone. Lord knows that's fucking true. Trampoline stamp. I do not. I have like a daisy kind of on my upper hip back from my Nana with her death date on it, but that's about it. Oh, guns. Can we talk about fucking guns for a second here? I don't know who all these little weird ass comments are for anymore about You know, people who voted for the orange man and have guns and are Christians. I happen to be all of those. I happen to have voted for the orange man. Happen to be very Christian. And I happen to have a lot of guns. So perhaps it's for me. I don't know. People seem to think it's for me because they keep saying to me, that I think that's for you. I mean, Lord, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I could give a fuck either way. However, I've heard there should be no more thoughts and prayers until we're ready to have the gun conversation. I think we should have the gun conversation then. The gun conversation is there should be more training. There should be more background checks. There you go. You should lock them up in your house. Make sure they're safe. Take gun safety classes. What else? That's about it. Am I allowed to pray now? I don't know. Am I allowed to pray if I voted for Trump? I don't know. I mean, am I allowed to pray because I'm a Christian who voted for Trump and owns guns? I don't know. It's confusing. I mean, I don't know why we're not allowed to do that anymore. I mean, thoughts and prayers really aren't getting us anywhere, I suppose. But crazy people are shooting up churches with children. What should we do about that? I don't know. I say, put armed guards at all the schools. What do you think about that? Is that a good idea? I mean, who stops bad men with guns? Good men with guns. Right? Wouldn't it be? I mean, if you come in my house with a gun and I don't have a gun, I'm fucked, right? Like if a bad guy comes here with a gun and my good man in there has guns, you're fucked. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I can pray right now. I can pray later. I pray all the time. I'm never going to not pray. I don't even understand the mentality around that, and I understand what she was trying to say. Thoughts and prayers aren't making a difference. We need to have gun control discussions. Sure, we do need to have those discussions. However, it's a political thing. You know, two wings on the same chicken. So for me and mine, we're going to have guns, and we're going to make sure our house is protected, for sure. 100%. We're going to do that because this world is fucked. I don't like guns, personally. I don't even like touching them. I don't like them around me. But my husband and daughter know how to shoot really well. So I'm just relying on my pit bulls. I'm hoping they do something. I don't know. That's what I'm relying on. Because I don't like going to the shooting range. It scares me. Mental health does need to be a focus. We need to be paying more attention to our teenagers. Getting them off of the internet. Checking their social media. I mean, every time one of these come out, they have this manifesto that they've written. Like, why wasn't anybody paying attention to them? Mental health is a huge thing in this country that we ignore. There's not enough funding. There's not enough help. There's just not. There's a ton of bullying. Look at the latest shooting. Look at the shooter. I guarantee you it'll come out that this person was bullied. Look online. Look around the chat rooms. Fucking bullies. Adult bullies in our community that we sit around every day. We sit with them every fucking day. Are we calling it out in our own communities? What if? What if? I'm just saying what if. Okay? What if Craig really does have PTSD? What if? Do you think that this is healthy? Do you think saying all of these things is good? Do you think it's helpful in any way? What if he does? Have you ever heard of family annihilators? What gets them there? Do they have mental health issues? Do they have PTSD? Do they show any signs of these things prior? I don't know. Am I saying Craig's a family annihilator? No. What I'm saying is we don't know what anybody's capable of. We don't know. And we just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. What's the end goal? What do you want? How can we resolve it? What do you want? What do you want from her? What can they do to make all of this go away? What? Death? Another DV report? Divorce or separation or whatever? A broken home? Kids without a dad there? What? Just tell me, what is the solution? Because I don't know what the end game is here. I don't know what people are trying to do other than make money. Because don't get it twisted. That's when they make their money. The Britney News Network is popping. And that's where the money's made. Go to Playboard. I can show you Playboard right now. Talk about Britney J. Money, money, money. Talk about something else. I can prove it right now. Talk about something else. Do you want me to prove it? Because I can. Go to Playboard. Playboard.co. Just pick a person who talks about Britney J. Or a stream about Britney J. You'll see what they made. Then go to like one of their streams that had nothing to do with Britney at all. Look at the views and look at the money that they made. Money is the root of all evil. Makes the world go round and round and round and round. So if you're making money and people are encouraging you to do it, what's stopping them from doing it? Nothing. You're paying for it. You like it. You love it. Not you. But they know who they are. There is no point. There's no point to a community tea. There's no fucking point. There's no point. And I also want to know, why does anybody care if she's asleep? I need an answer to that right now. Why does anybody care that she's asleep? Because she says she's not? Is that why people care? Because I don't know why they care. Absolutely. Everyone is capable of murder in the right circumstances. You better believe they are. Everybody. Huh. Unsupervised maniacs. How much are they making? On the low end, super chats alone, not memberships, not ad revenue. On the low end, it's around $3,700 a month. On the high end, it's about $7,000 a month. Yep. And that's a fact. And that's without memberships. That's without ad revenue. The month just ended, right? Or it's ending, but the month ended. People are like, why do you care? Somebody's last 7 days of revenue, last 7 days, $11,000. Oh, no. No, 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 no. That was because Clue did that stream. Let me give her credit for that. That stream was very good for NCMEC, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Not the stream itself. The stream itself was, but the raising of the funds, 100% behind that. It was very nice. Very, very nice. I appreciate that. But, you know, it's 500 a day, 350, 245, 318, 640, 450, 200, 400, 600, 400, and that's a day. That's per day. It works. I mean, it absolutely works. I can't. What can you do? You're going to give up that money? No. No. You're not. You're not. Right. I agree with that, Remy. The bash for NCMEC cash, but terrible way to do it. But if you're making anywhere from $300 to $600 a day every time you do this, what other job are you going to have where you put in a few hours of work using somebody else's content and you make that kind of money? Anything? No. What else can you do? I mean, OnlyFans maybe, but even that. You can go have sex, I guess, but nobody wants to do that either. So this is a great job at the end of the day. I mean, think about it. I cared with her breathing when she fell asleep respectfully. I agree with that. I do agree that her breathing sounds unhealthy. You know, she does say she has asthma, whether she does or not, or breathing issues. I don't know. I don't know her health information. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. No. Molly used to use fundraisers to cover her bad actions too. $100 an hour. That's more than a nurse, a teacher, a blue collar worker that build this country. Period. It is. Other angle is, where do these people get the money to throw like they do? I don't know. It's a very pick me community. The more money you throw, the more you're valued by some. And I do see that a lot, you know, that they want to be noticed. So they just keep throwing money, keep throwing memberships, keep throwing whatever. Maybe it's because they have it to spare. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. I asked her to please get herself checked out. I hear her son's scared, but I was nice and stopped going. I mean, I do think that she probably could use a few good friends, and maybe she has a few good friends. I don't know. I hope somebody in her life is talking to her about her health. I don't know if her health is fucked up or not. I have no idea. I know that she seems tired. I'm tired all the motherfucking time, but I go take a nap in the middle of the day. I don't care. But it feels like we know far too much about her. Do I have the right to tell her how to run her streams and what to do? And no. Can I give her some advice and say go live at like 8 instead of midnight? Yeah, we all can. But is she going to change? No. No, she's not going to listen to us. So just stop. Like, I wouldn't want unsolicited advice constantly. It's fucking annoying. She's a grown-ass woman. She knows what she's doing. And if she keeps fucking feeding the beast, they're going to keep eating. And until she stops feeding them, they won't stop eating. That's unfortunate. That's very nice of me that she still pays for those. I mean, she makes enough money on here that she can. That's good. Hell yeah, naps are great. I love a nap, honey. I love a nap. I'll take me 1,000,000 of them. Okay, falling asleep is not good, but how many times can you call her out? She can fall asleep. She should just do sleep streams. Just go to sleep, bitch. Go to sleep. Go the fuck to sleep. Put ads every 10 minutes in sleep. That's what I would do. You want to record me sleeping? You finna watch me sleep too. I sleep all fucking the whole live stream. Catch me outside. How about it? Like, you're not gonna antagonize me. I'm gonna sleep in front of you. I'm gonna sleep on this patio right here, and you get to watch me. How about that? Like, she doesn't know how to let it roll, and she reacts. She's very reactive. Whether she's gonna get better with that or not, I don't fucking know, but fish sleep, honey. I go to sleep. Oh no, she ain't making the money like them, not even close. Not even near that amount of money. No way. I can tell you right now. Simple. Right now. I mean, it's all public. It's public. You can look up mine too. I have no problem showing mine. When I look up allegedly with Brittany J, what do you think comes up first? Huh? It's insane. Breaking Chains, Spitfire Spotlight. There's allegedly with Brittany J. It's insane. Like, how are you fourth? And it's your own name. It's fucking crazy. Okay, I told you how much the average was over there, right? $300 to $500, $300 to $600 a day. Brittany, $64, $100, $34, $56, $0. She ain't making what they're making. No. Maybe she used to. She ain't now. Last 7 days of revenue, $300. She's just not. That's her other channel here. Sounds like my dog, but it ain't. And then the other channel, last 7 days of revenue was $600. This is, in my opinion, maybe, but it was her birthday too, so that's probably why. Yeah, because if you go daily, 23, 49, 57, 53, 15, 20, 1, 25, 20, 19. You know, I think on the day of her birthday, she made like $260. So she definitely ain't making what they're making. And she's not playing their content the entire time, reviewing them, right? Yeah, now allegedly there's a song about her dead mother. Like, it's insane. I've never, oh, way more, Callie. She might bank on her membership, but so do they. So do they. Look how many members they have. What the fuck? There's no comparison between Brittany and the channels reviewing her. There's no comparison. No, none. She does really push them. I think she pushes them way too much. People they know where the membership link is. Like, they know where all of this is. So, You don't have to push it constantly. I think I have like a Nightbot thing that comes in here and tells you every 35 minutes or something. But stopping to say, please hit the like, to support the channel, join the membership. Maybe you should do that. I don't know. As a creator, I've never thought about it. In fact, it's one thing that Gray Hughes and I never could connect on. Like, I'm not doing that. It's not going to happen. But I'm also not putting out content right now. So, I mean, should you pay me because I'm sitting here talking to you? No. If I put out content, then that's a whole different thing. But I can't come on here and expect to be paid for it. That's not really how this works. We are supposed to promote our membership because it's a perk, but every constant, it's very annoying. And then the intro takes 94 hours too. I can't. Listen, I don't know how they do it. I don't know why they're always reviewing her. It's fucking psychotic. It makes no sense to me. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Caroline. I miss Deet's True Crime Lives, yes. But now she's got a baby. Not a baby, a grandbaby who hates the number 2. Thank you so much. I'm paying for talking. Thank you very much, Cash. Sweet friend. If you ask for memberships, I think she'd do it by having membership content. Yes. Yes. I mean, I do put out content. I'm doing this series on each state, like these different stories, but they take a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of effort, and they get very few views. So it comes when the fuck I say it comes. I hit the dislike and reported your channel. That's engagement, Scott H. Thank you so much. Luminous, rewind. Go all the way back to the beginning. If you guys want to see the video that I did do that is content that does make sense and is not just me rambling, please rewind. I love Deet's voice too, Black Ice. I wish she did more true crime stuff, but she's living her best life with the baby. She showed us today that when she counts and says 2, he's like, no 2, no 2. He's so freaking cute. I can't stand it. And I steal every time she puts a picture, I'm like, whoosh, stealing it. And I make stickers so that when like my husband says something to me, I send one of Deet's grandbaby stickers, like, cutest thing ever. Cutest thing ever. You went to Salem a few years ago. Salem's awesome. We used to go every year. It's awesome. Damn. Yeah, off of them, Shady. They make more money off of her than she makes off of her. Think about that for a second. They make more money using her own content than she does with her content. Can you imagine how frustrating that must be? Oh, I'd lose my shit. I'd be so fucking aggravated. Yes, she runs the Illuminati. Yes, yes, yes. Can you request Flint River Killer? I can, yes. If you have any suggestions for any of the states, for the crimes for the states, I mean, I love putting them together, but I have 4 huge projects at work right now, so I'm halfway through with, I have Arizona. Is it Alabama? Arkansas? I think I'm in Arkansas right now. And they're so interesting to do. The question becomes, how far are you willing to go when the audience you have cultivated with this behavior gets bored and slows down? That's exactly what I asked earlier. It's exactly what I asked. Let's see. For
those who weren't here.
Right? But, because I don't get to go in between a piece of history close to where I've lived most of my life, Salem and the Witch Trials, and the way our own community has begun to mirror that same kind of tension.
Can't really see
We
it.
all know the people involved, but what matters here is the pattern, not the names.
You can just listen, right?
In the winter of 1692, Salem, Massachusetts was a community of devout people. Mothers who loved their children, daughters who helped their families, sisters who cared for each other. They were decent people who believed in protecting the innocent and calling out evil. They were also the same people who sat in a meeting house and cheered while 19 innocent people were led to the gallows. The terrifying thing about Salem wasn't that monsters took... Hi, everyone. Today I want to talk about something. In the winter
People
of
couldn't hear.
1692, Salem, Massachusetts was a community of devout people. Mothers who loved their children, daughters who helped their families, sisters who cared for each other. They were decent people who believed in protecting the innocent and calling out evil. They
Like
were
we
also
used
the
to.
same people who sat in a meeting house and cheered while 19 innocent people were led to the gallows.
Like we do now.
The terrifying thing about Salem wasn't that monsters took... Hi, everyone.
Get the
Today I
fuck
want to
out.
talk about something.
Oh, I rewound
All right.
it. You
I turned it
asshole.
up. Let's see if this is better.
No.
All right. Be of devout people, mothers who love they normalized cruelty. They called it justice, and they convinced themselves they were still the good people.
Yeah, just like us.
I'm writing this because I'm watching it happen again, right now, in our community. And the most disturbing part isn't the creators making content from someone's domestic violence report.
Nope.
It's the hundreds of women, mothers, daughters, sisters, sitting in those chat rooms, accepting it. Salem's witch trials weren't driven by a few evil people convincing everyone else to do terrible things.
Nope.
They were driven by a community that slowly, gradually, normalized the unthinkable. It started with legitimate concerns, strange behavior that needed explaining, real fear that needed
Tragedy pimps exposing the tragedy pimps of this community.
addressing. The first accusations seemed reasonable. Outcasts, people who were already problems. But each accusation made the next one easier. Each time the community accepted something slightly worse than before, their tolerance expanded. What shocked them in week 1 became standard practice by week 10.
That's
most
exactly what's
chilling part
happened
was-
here. What was like, whoa, 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 are we doing this? Is now completely normal. Nobody's even shocked anymore. Nobody's even shocked anymore. It just happens.
It wasn't the accusers pointing fingers. It was the crowd in the meeting house. Ordinary people who would never consider themselves cruel, sitting there, nodding along, accepting what was happening as normal and necessary. They didn't wake up one day and decide to become a mob.
No.
They became a mob, one accepted cruelty at a time. We used to have a community people actually enjoyed. Different perspectives, different approaches, but we agreed on the basics. Truth, protecting victims, accountability. There were boundaries, standards, lines we didn't cross. Then came the missing teenager, Sebastian. Maybe even before him was Summer's case, or others before that. But that's when the cracks really split open. Two sides formed. Tensions boiled over. A lawsuit landed. Creators, a grieving father, even a celebrity, all taking aim at two commentary channels. That was the breaking point. The moment people decided to choose a side more firmly. And little by little, we watched as things started to slide. Things they once said they'd never stand for.
Huh.
Now we've got chat rooms packed with women, 700, sometimes 1,700 at a time, sitting there watching someone's domestic violence report read out loud like it's a reality show. And instead of disgust, the comments roll in. She is teaching them it is okay to abuse, lie, and enable. Thank you for letting people know. He's abuser. Looks like swollen roid extremities, IMO. Just catch up. No wonder the teacher was hit. These aren't trolls in the dark.
Nope.
They're mothers, daughters, sisters, everyday women, and they'd lose their minds if their own private trauma was thrown up on a screen like this. But here they are, normalizing it, applauding it, wrapping it up in a bow, and calling it accountability. Here's what's most revealing about what we've become. While this community obsesses over every word, every stream, every response in this internal civil war, the creators who are actually exploiting tragedy continue their harm completely unchecked.
Yep.
Right now, as we focus all our energy on destroying each other, the real problem creators are spreading active misinformation about Emmanuel Haro, Idaho 4, Summer Wells, cases involving real families, real victims, real ongoing investigations. The same sensationalism, the same factual errors, the same ethical violations we used to stand together against. In Salem, the most dangerous position wasn't being accused of witchcraft. It was questioning whether the accusations had gone too far. When John Proctor suggested the girls might be lying, he became suspect. When others asked for more evidence, they became witch sympathizers. When people pointed out inconsistencies in testimony, they became defenders of evil. The pattern in our community is identical. When some of us started saying this had crossed lines, that reading domestic violence reports to hundreds of strangers wasn't justice, that targeting family members wasn't accountability, we became the moral authority. We were branded as defenders when we
weren't defending anything. We just see what's happening. Or, not we, me. Me. I participated. I've walked away. I've lost respect for people I used to respect. Why? Because they become something I don't even recognize now. They aren't the same people, in my opinion, or it's not the same experience for me. Let me not put it on them. Let me put it on myself. For me, I see everything has changed. It's changed. It is not the same. Something happened along the way where all of this became acceptable, and it is not the same anymore. We can lie to ourselves and say that it is, but it isn't.
We weren't defending anyone. We were defending what we used to be. No one expects us to go back to that. Far too many lines have been crossed by far too many of us. But where does it end? Many of us had been in this community for years. We'd called out real predators, real exploitation, real harm. But the moment we suggested that maybe, just maybe, this had gone too far, we became enemies too.
Yep.
Some of us have walked away entirely. Not because we think the targets are innocent, but because we can't stomach what we've become. We left a side we once believed in because it stopped being about protection and started being about entertainment. Some of the people who started this with legitimate concerns about accuracy have become the most obsessed participants.
Mm-hmm.
Original fact checkers have completely aligned with the attacking side, consumed by this battle.
Yeah.
We now befriended creators who dox, who show bigotry, who have no boundaries whatsoever.
None.
The mission got lost. The principles got abandoned. The people who started this to protect truth have become the ones distorting it most. Salem's ministers thought they were serving God right up until the end. They never realized they'd become the very evil they claimed to fight. I know what response this will get. I can already hear it.
Yep.
But what about when so-and-so said something about Islam? What about when so-and-so did that FOIA? What about when so-and-so ordered a domestic violence video? What about? This is exactly how Salem perpetuated itself. Every time someone questioned whether they'd gone too far, the response wasn't self-reflection. It was pointing to someone else's supposed crimes. What about when she cursed my cow? What about when she looked at me strangely? What about when she didn't come to church? There was always another what about to justify the current cruelty. There was always another accusation to deflect from examining their own behavior. I stand firmly on this. It's all wrong. All of it. The behavior on every side that crosses ethical lines is wrong, and we cannot keep playing the what about game because it will never end. There will always be another example to point to, another justification for why this time is different, why this target deserves it. If you have a friend who's gone too far, stop and talk to them. If that behavior continues, you have a choice to make about what you're willing to accept in your name, in your community, with your participation. Salem citizens could always point to the last witch's supposed crimes to justify burning the next one. We can always point to the last controversy to justify the current harassment. But at some point, we have to look at what we've become and ask, is this who we wanted to be? I am no longer even addressing the creators. This is more about the participation.
They're not going to stop.
Is this who you are and what you want to encourage? Without you, there is no community. Salem's witch trials ended not because people came to their senses, but because the hysteria finally reached someone untouchable. When the governor's wife was accused, suddenly the whole enterprise seemed less credible. Our digital Salem will end the same way. Either we'll exhaust the content we can extract from these targets, or we'll find more profitable people to destroy.
Yep.
The algorithm will move on. The community will find new drama. But what happens to us when it's over?
I don't know.
The witches were never the danger in Salem. The danger was the ordinary
Yes,
people who went
maniacs.
along with it.
You can clip it
People who
out if you
convinced
want.
themselves they were doing the right thing while they were destroying lives. And for the record, anyone's tragedy being exploited is wrong. Even people I don't like, even people I can't stand. It shouldn't happen to anyone, but it does. And the crime never matches the punishment. It's absurd. A throwaway comment turns into months of coordinated attacks. Someone falls asleep on stream and it's the breaking news of the day. That outrage isn't real, it's manufactured, and it's disgusting. What confuses me most is how fast it all happened. We went from a community that called out tragedy pimps to a mob obsessed with one person. Every stream, every video, every conversation circles back to her. Obsessed. Meanwhile, she's not even the only one in that lawsuit. There are bigger names, more influential people with actual power, but they barely get mentioned. They stay quiet, do whatever they do behind the scenes, and nobody talks about them. And yeah, she doesn't make it easy on herself.
Lord
she says
knows.
stupid things. She lets vile people on her panels say stupid
Kim
things.
Crafton.
She goes live every day, and half the time, she's responding to the drama instead of just logging off. Maybe she should shut up. Maybe if she disappeared from the internet entirely, it would quiet down. But let's be honest, would it really stop? Or would the mob just find another excuse, another target, another reason to keep the entertainment going?
They would.
I completely get why one person is angry. She's the one in court, she's the one getting sued. That's her fight, and her people should support.
Don't miss that. I totally understand Granny and Barbecue being angry. It's their fight, and their people absolutely should be supporting them.
Sure. But it's not everyone's fight. The rest of this anger, it's borrowed, it's fake, and it's turned into profit. People making money off pain that isn't even theirs to monetize. So ask yourself, what are you really doing here? What are you actually standing for? Because from where I'm sitting, it doesn't look like justice. It doesn't look like protection. It looks like Salem all over again. Ordinary people convincing themselves this is righteous, while it just gets uglier and more dehumanizing by the day. And I think it's already too late to stop it. You sound so dramatic, Tracy. This isn't the Salem Witch Trials. It's not that serious. You're right. It isn't. The difference is, we should know better. The citizens of Salem lived hundreds of years ago without the education, anti-bullying campaigns, and harassment laws we have today. We have all the knowledge, all the hindsight, all the tools to be better. We know how mobs form and how they justify their behavior. We know how it ends. And still, we're doing it. This isn't a sob story for one person. It's an honest observation of our community. We are choosing this behavior with full awareness of the harm it can cause. That doesn't make us better than Salem citizens. It makes us worse.
Much worse.
To those of you taking part in this, I have one question. Why?
I agree, Cash.
This isn't about what about them. It's about this moment, right now. If it was wrong for someone to have a vile person on their panel, it is just as wrong for you to sit in a chat while someone's trauma is read for laughs. Wrong then, wrong now, period. Why do you act like this is different?
KTLA. All right. Los Angeles breaking. CHP officers are chasing a kidnapping suspect through the Palisades. It's believed there are kids in the car. It looks like Ikmel took his down for whatever reason. Yeah, he took his down.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, now he's heading back toward.
Yeah, these are all clips, it looks like. Yeah.
Hey, Captain.
Looks like he's got children in the car, they're saying, but
Through the brush, and pure adrenaline.
he's on his
right
own.
now. It's unbelievable that this guy's even able to run after that dramatic crash. I was in tight trying to look through the
So he
sunroof,
crashed.
and when the crash happened.
Looks like.
Armed or not, they just were able to catch up with the vehicle after getting the call about the kidnapping. And every time he veers into
and that again.
lane, now he's opposing
Yikes.
traffic. Well,
And
he's
that kind
starting.
of rules out the boxing in
Mhm.
method. That's pretty rare. Because if it's someone that carjacked this vehicle or just took it, it's unknown if that person had a weapon or not. So
Right.
likely not that they will try to box it in unless it's a dire condition. But here we are at 90 miles an hour. He's really ramped it up, and now it's a speed issue, a danger issue that way. Let me come out wide so we see what's ahead. But two lanes in both directions, and the double yellows in the middle. Here he comes up to an intersection. We know early on in the pursuit the driver was running stop signs and red lights, so that's not beyond the driver at this point to start doing that again. But certainly a concern when the speed ramps up and the sunroof opens up.
For
Yeah,
sure.
it's
I
about to
wonder
crash.
how close they are to getting the spike strip out.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
Oh no! There's a crash.
Oh no! Oh no! That was so shocking. Out.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
Oh no!
For sure. I wonder how close they are to getting the spike strip out.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh! Oh no! Oh my gosh!
Oh no! There's a crash.
Oh no! Oh no! That was so shocking. I hope the kids are okay. Gosh, I hope
Come around right
they
now.
have
He's
their
out running.
seatbelts. Oh
Someone's
no!
out running.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he ran. Like, how the hell?
That was.
There's a runner right there.
Oh my god!
And
That's a
CHP,
suspect. Wow.
right after that person, they're going to take him into custody on that slope. Hold here, Rick, if you can. They're going to try to get him into custody. He's climbing up. He was able to get away from the CHP, and now he's up into this property. Oh boy, I was in tight when the TC happened or the crash happened. Here he is running.
He is running.
He's changing his shirt.
Oh my god!
It's an adult male, and he's tossed his shirt away. He's going to continue to run here. This is
He's barefoot.
oh boy.
Is the police chopper up as well? Or are there other helicopters, or is it just you, Gil? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That crash was really
No, it's
something. He was going so fast.
There he was.
I hope those kids
Wow.
are okay. I know. And another person that as well.
That-
The person that
that
got
he
hit.
hit.
Yeah. I mean, definitely you had some.
Is he running towards the ocean?
I don't know where
Yeah,
you
I
think
mean,
he's
it was-
going. You got
now
helicopters
he's
on
heading
you,
back
buddy.
towards.
So obviously we have CHP that there was about
Hampton.
6 of them. Go ahead.
This
No, I was
guy
going to say
here.
the locator they're giving is Hampton Place off PCH, and
They're gonna get
the
him.
bushes here. Unbelievable. Why now?
All of them have he had him that.
Where's the police?
And an open door. And Rick, we're going to look at the crash scene.
Yeah.
Here's the scene at the intersection. It's this is Canaan Doom and PCH.
We're gonna see
There's,
the crash right now.
The vehicle the kids were in. There we go. We got a child in the arms of one of the CHP officers. The black shirt there, I don't know if that's a civilian there or
I think the
I think
kids
it
are
is
okay.
someone that's assisting, or maybe
That's the kid
Maybe
that was
the
in the
parent?
front seat.
Hard to say.
That's probably the 8-year-old.
The kids
no,
are
it looks
okay.
like they're trying to break open the car for the other children.
Thank God the kids are
this is
okay.
good, Rick. So I think this one here is the younger child, maybe. The front seat looked like
He's
the
okay.
older child, right? And their bags did go.
Breathing and okay. Well, in the
Yep,
other car.
he's breathing. He's okay.
Hey, Rick, look at our shot. For
Okay,
sure.
so they're
We're going to try to
okay.
get that pole out of the shot here. The CHP.
I'm just making sure they're all right.
There.
They still ain't got him yet.
Arizona and Olympic. That's where the call came in, and when the person carjacked.
Come on. Crazy. Yeah, they're just at the scene now, but it appears they've got the kids out.
Hopefully,
Car seat coming out of
that's
the back.
probably the 1-year-old.
Yeah, there's a car seat.
That was in the car seat. We hope.
Are we able to slide closer to it?
There's the little boy being held in the red shirt. Right
So
there.
He's
there we
okay.
go. Yeah.
This is the most intense
And
ending.
He's
the
okay.
child at the front's coming out now.
There we go.
Is he walking?
Be
You're
the
walking.
7 or 8-year-old.
He's walking.
A little shaken up there, definitely, but he's walking.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
walking.
They're going to land
All right.
down.
Wow.
Okay, good. All right, they're walking, so they're okay. As long as they're walking. And they'll catch him. I mean, he's going to get caught, honey. It is extremely scary. Sorry for that pause, but I just want to make sure the kids were okay. Yeah, that's crazy. The way that they crashed like that. That was terrifying. They were going so fast. Yeah, unsupervised maniacs, you have been gone, huh? No, ICMEL on X was down. I don't know why. Maybe he ended it on X. I'm not really sure. It's okay, Onyx. I want to make sure the babies are okay. I know, those poor babies. But at least he ran, and you know what's sad, Chasing, that the green team started this lawsuit, all led Seth Rogers now. That's another thing. So let me try to get this one sweet. Oh, yeah, you're super dead. Seth was out with like a bullhorn in front of the sheriff's office or the town hall or something. as far as I know, he didn't make a big deal about it, like recruiting people to help or whatever. For people to make fun of that, can we please stop and remember that his son is missing? Making fun of that is fucking sick. Why would anybody clown that? I don't understand. Ugh, I don't understand it. Yeah, I got it. I was careful. I didn't want to keep putting it up there. Just in case something happened to them. I know, it's getting cool out here, country. Jace is going to sleep on the porch tonight. What do you think about that? I don't know. I think it's kind of crazy that he wants to sleep out here, but he wants to, so I get it. I mean, I've slept out here. I slept out here the first night we got it. Seth is still in trauma brain. Absolutely. I mean, his son has been gone all this time, and if you feel like the police aren't doing something, yes, you're going to be frustrated. People were like making fun that he was out there and there were very few people out there. I didn't even know he was doing it. I had no idea that he was going to be doing something like that. Not that I would. I don't follow him very closely, but why is that funny? Why is that funny? I don't understand it. It really, really bothered me that people were doing that. And I definitely don't agree with everything that he says and does, for sure. But yeah, I don't want it to get too chilly. It's supposed to get down to like the 60s tonight, I guess. Which is cold for here. I mean, it's been pretty hot. And then all of a sudden now it's like it's gold. No, what is my weather thing doing? Cut it out. Fuck. Weird. Yeah, it's gonna, right now it's 67. It'll be fine for him to sleep out here. It's only gonna get down to 60, so he'll be alright. It was a high of 62 there. See, that's a little bit too cold for a high. Fuck that. It was hot here today. I mean, there was a nice breeze, but it was hot. Ooh, Yoper, 40s. No. I hate winter with a fucking passion. I am not looking forward to it. I don't mind the fall, the beginning of fall, like September, October. Here, end of November, December, into like February, I'm like, it's too cold. It was 39 when you woke up. Fuck that. No, thank you. No, thank y'all. But I think Maniacs asked if I could make that a video of its own. Feel free to clip it out. Do whatever you want. It doesn't bother me. I do feel for Seth, but you can't accuse the sheriff. I get that. But if there's like no communication, no updates, I guess I mean, I know for me, if it was my child, I would never stop pushing them. Never. I would never, ever stop. I want updates. I want to know what you did this week. I want to know. What are you doing? I mean, can we say that if it was our own child, we wouldn't want weekly updates? At least weekly updates? What resources have you put to find my child this week? I'm a tax-paying citizen. What have you done to find my kid this week? I would be going to my senator, my governor, the mayor, the news. You could never, ever, 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 ever get me to shut up. Never. It's his child. I don't know if Chris and Katie call them. I don't know what they do. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But I know that if it was me, you'd never hear the end of my mouth. Yeah, you'd lose your mind. You'd lose your mind. Ugh. I think that's what he's saying. Like, are you hiding my kid under your desk? Like, where is he? Why don't you know where he is? You have a whole fucking police force. Where's my kid? What are you doing? This is a town with no crime. Like, where's my child? Your whole staff should be on this 24/7. Where is my kid? Where's my kid? Listen, you can't tell me nothing. I would not be able to stop. There's no possible way. They would be so tired of seeing me. I would be camping in front of their fucking doors. You're the only ones who can find my kid. Like, where's my kid? Please, where is my child? I don't know what I would do if it was my kid. You guys really have to stop and think about that. What if it was your son? What if it was your daughter, your sister, your husband? Would you ever stop? No. You'd have to feel crazy. And people are like, we don't know if he's out searching. No, you don't know. You don't know. Maybe he drives around there 24 hours a day. You don't know what he's doing. People are like, oh, but he only searched this many times, or he only did this. You have no idea what he's doing. He's not online telling you. You don't know. I do too, Kim. I think I would have handled it in the beginning like a lunatic, then tried to calm down, but after a couple of months, I'd be a fucking raving lunatic again. Why? Where's my child? TBI, FBI, he's a missing autistic teenager. Where the fuck is he? Every advocate that I could find, every missing persons place, every news station would be so sick of hearing my mouth. There's no way. There's no way. And I couldn't have somebody like Tony who's trying to like help me tailor my message. No, you're not going to guide me. You're not going to tell me what the best thing is. I'm going on my own. It's my child. Where the fuck is my child? I don't know. I would, and let's imagine Scott and I were divorced and my kid went missing while he was with Scott. I would want to wrap my fucking hands around Scott's neck. So, is there bad blood? Of course. My kid went missing under your watch. Where's my kid? I don't know. I don't know what I would do. My son has told me he's going to like Cam's house, 4 houses that way. And I'll go over there looking for him hours later. And he might be down that way. I lose the panic that wells up. And I know he didn't go anywhere because he doesn't do that. I know for a fact, like, he would never go anywhere. And he can't get out of the neighborhood unless he goes all the way up that way. And I know that he would never in a million years. But I still panic. I'm like, oh my God, where is he? What is he doing? Where did he go? He might be in his buddy's house. But here I am having a panic attack thinking some kidnapper came in the neighborhood and got him. Nobody came to get him. You just panic because these are your babies. Yeah, we have no idea what Chris and Katie are doing. We have no idea what anybody's doing. And this is the thing. This is what we used to stand against. When it was Summer's case, when it was Quentin Simon, when it was Cash Gernon, we stood against this. That's what we did. We weren't any better, but we were all interested in true crime, right? We were all following these cases and these stories, and we would watch people do real harm, like Bullhorn Betty, who would go and disrupt people's lives. We all stood against that together as a unit. We believed in something. Now we have no problem attacking parents, attacking relatives, going into neighborhoods, playing parents' streams, doing all the things that we would never do before. We would never do these things. When people would play Dawn and Candace or Dawn being drunk on stream or whatever, we all stood against that and said that this is wrong. You know, we shouldn't be exploiting him like this. Even though Dawn fucked up many times. So many times. Was it for us to continuously clown him and play the streams and do all of that? No, it wasn't. Now we're just... This community is the exploiters. Instead of standing up against the ones exploiting, we've become the exploiters. Not we, I ain't. But this community in general. That's what we've become. And it's sickening. It's gross. It is. We used to. And now, yeah, these really are other humans, Grandma Sherry. They really are. And they don't... I think we see them as people on a screen who aren't anything. CrimeCom wanted Seth to go and that they would pay for it, and Tony told him not to go. He would have gotten so many people on the radar for Sebastian who haven't heard about him. It really sucks. Money took a lot of the good ones. I agree, community too. Joy. Where's Joy? Yes, Betty took her bullhorn in front of the Harrow House just a few days ago. I didn't even know she did that, Joy. Did she really? She's such a fucking puke. I don't even fucking go to her channel. She makes me sick. Literally. Let's see. Was she there? How long ago was she there? I didn't even know she went there. No, she's playing Tiara. I don't see her there, Joy. No. Mm-mm. At least I don't see it. I know Dolly did. Or I heard Dolly did. I agree, Scott H. Yeah, it was somebody else. It wasn't Betty. You swear you saw it? Okay. Dolly said she was just another woman with a bullhorn. Okay. Betty said she couldn't go because of her legal expenses. Okay. Bullhorn Jamie? There's somebody named Bullhorn Jamie? I'll die, I swear to God. Why do you people think you're entitled to do stuff like this? Okay. If police say the public can search, do I think people should go out there and search? Absolutely. If you are in that area and you can go there, if something happens in my neighborhood, I'm going to search. I've gone to search for Summer Wells. Go. Go. Put your feet in front of the other and go. Does not have to be on a live stream, even though you're a YouTuber. I understand that you owe your audience content. I understand. Don't make a spectacle out of yourself, though. You can go live and film a few things, or maybe don't go live and just take some footage, interview some people. You don't have... What if you're searching and you happen upon a body? You happen upon that baby. What would you do then? What the fuck would you do then? You know, we're not being responsible by doing stuff like that. Because what if you stumble upon something? You don't know. Or what if you do something, contaminate by going out there when they're saying, we don't want you there, and you're going anyway because you think you're entitled, and you step on something in a crime scene and you don't even know. You shouldn't be out there. And when I do see them go out, they're not prepared. They're not wearing gloves. They don't have bags to label and mark things. They don't have any of that stuff. You better believe when we went to search for Summer, we didn't touch anything. Nothing. You don't touch anything. You don't pick anything up. You don't do anything. These people go out there as though, like Betty, oh, good Lord, touching stuff, picking up stuff, moving, doing whatever. You're not a cop. You don't even know what you're doing. You're just doing it because you're entitled. You think that you can, and you can't. Who the fuck are you supposed to be? She gets on my last nerve. Oh, he was making a joke that she was there. I got you. Yeah, stand by me. Yes. Good night, Deborah, honey. Chris, Katie, and Seth all deserve grace. 100%. And when I started going at Seth because I was so aggravated with him, and I did it a few times. It felt wrong. I knew it was wrong. I knew that it was wrong as the words were coming out of my mouth. Was there some justified outrage at him outing Sebastian's trauma? Yeah. Yeah. Because no kid should have that exposed just to get back at the mother. You shouldn't do that. But to question his parenting and all of that, I don't have that right. I don't. I agree, Leon. Yeah. I mean, but, you know, we know better. We're adults. Would we want it done to us? I can guarantee you I'd be 100 times worse than Seth. 100 times worse. And if he went missing on Scott's watch and me and Scott weren't together, I don't know what I'd be liable to say about Scott. Truly. You know, when you get into such a rage that you just say anything? I'm one of those people who will fucking say anything. I'd probably regret it later. How many of you follow the Dan Markel case? If you do, you'll know what I'm talking about. Wendy Adelson. Her brother Charlie is now in jail. Her mother right now is on trial. They hired a hitman to go kill Dan Markel. Wendy and Dan were getting divorced. Everybody is getting prosecuted because of Wendy's mouth when she was being questioned about Dan's murder, right? She goes in, it's like it's happening. Dan's dying at the hospital while she's in talking to the police, right? And they're like, who do you think would be capable, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, my parents? Maybe my family, but I don't think they would do that. Really? Because she said those words, maybe didn't mean to say those words, or maybe she did. I don't know. They're all prosecuted now. Charlie's in jail for life. Her 75-year-old mother's probably going to jail for the rest of her life. The perpetrators are also in jail. The co-conspirator is also in jail. So in the case of Seth and Katie, it was not a peaceful divorce. So yeah, he's wanting to say all the things. Sometimes, like Wendy Adelson, you say all the things, even though you probably should keep your mouth shut. I think I would be the same way. I'd be bringing up shit Scott did in 2007. You know? Because you get so, your mind is gone. I agree, Shay. She is the most obnoxious douchebag. Chris Watts wasn't the type either, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, nobody. Hey, Death by Chocolate. Community tea. So many kids go missing. Do you know how many this community covers? You know how many people care if we cover them? People won't gossip. If I was screaming and yelling and going off on nonsense right now, it would spread like wildfire. And believe me, there were several days this past week that I was so enraged by the shit that I was seeing here. I almost hit the live. I almost did. And I'm like, I can't. If I do, I know that I'm going to say all the fucking things that are in my mind right now, and it's not going to be good. It's going to be very brutal and probably way over emotional. So I've got to like get over this. And that's when I started writing the Salem thing the other day. I'm like, I've got to get this out. If I just go with my emotions and go live, it's going to be a fucking train wreck. And I've made that mistake a couple times. Good night, Lady K. I mean, either way, totally fine with me on Supervised Maniacs. If you want to play it before I can upload it, go right ahead. I might upload it sometime tomorrow. I definitely won't do it tonight. So, I don't care. I don't put ads on anything. YouTube does if they deem it acceptable. So, I don't care. Doesn't bother me either way. Do whatever you want with it. Soup did. She was all about it. Oh, till tomorrow evening? Okay. Yeah, I'll upload it at some point tomorrow, but... Audrey, my friend. I hope they do watch it Unsupervised Maniacs, but you never know, you know? I mean, you never know. Here's what I think. I think this community's over, right? I no longer consider myself in this community. Somebody made a suggestion the other day, like, we should start our own community. I'm like, yeah, well, the fuck we should. Not the opinionated community, even though that's a pretty good name. But something else, something that's not this. I no longer want to be associated with people. I don't want people thinking, oh yeah, you came from that community. No, sure didn't. No, I'm not in that community. Leave me be. I mean, and we do have communities on here, so I'm not hard to get along with. Sometimes. Sometimes not. But, I'm done. Oh, I like it, Unsupervised Maniacs. I like it. I mean, I still want to do awareness, of course. I love true crime. It's what I love to do. I love going to sleep to it. I love listening to it, trials, all the things. I love it. But we also need some relief around here. So I don't know. Is this channel going to become like a review commentary channel? Maybe. Is it going to review anybody in this community? No. Is it going to be a lolcow community? No. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I am going to be doing something. I just don't know what it is yet. LawTube, also very interesting. Sometimes I watch, sometimes I'm like, I don't even watch anymore. Yeah, there's no limits, Cupcakes. Leon's a nomad. I don't blame you, man. I really don't. It's exhausting here. It's one live after another, and they're all about Brittany, and I'm like, oh my freaking God. I really thought we were getting somewhere the other day when she came up on panel and had that long conversation. I really felt like maybe we can all get somewhere. No, we got nowhere. Good to see you as well, me. History and ghost stories. My favoriteest channel on the planet Earth right now is Chilling Lullabies. I do not fucking miss it. I listen every single night. Do not play with me. It's his voice. His voice knocks me out. I'm done. I can put him on right now and fall asleep right here. No joke. Like, over with. I can take a nap in the middle of the day as soon as I put his voice on. I'm like, it's like he hypnotizes you to fucking fall asleep. That's why it's called Chilling Lullabies. It's just so good. You, Andy, stop it right now. I can't even. Do you want to hear his voice? You do. You do. He just put out his newest video. It's every night, motherfucker. Listen to this voice.
Hey there. Welcome to Chilling Lullabies. I'm here to help you relax tonight. So before you get too cozy, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from and what time it is for you. It really makes us feel like the global community it is. Just a heads up, there are only a few ads in the first 15 minutes. And after that, it's all completely ad-free. I hope you'll give this video a chance, because I truly believe you won't find stories quite like these anywhere else. Now, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's begin our evening together. Story one. The small digital recorder clicked on with its familiar electronic whisper, a sound that had become as natural to Dr. Arthur Hayward as his own breathing. He held the device close
Can't wait
to
to
his
listen
lips,
to you
speaking in the measure.
very soon, friend. Okay, bye. Then the rain, I love him so much. It's such a good channel. I've been listening to Dan Markel's Mother's Book on Audible. Yeah, it's so good. Chilling Lullabies. Oh my god. I absolutely love. At least that panel proved PJ can't do anything that they... Yeah. I know, Bucci. I need to be. For real. The Menendez Trials, also very good. Old Ladies Golf Cart Community. Hell yeah, Lady Rebel, let's do it, beach. Let's go. You want to see how much my gray is growing out, speaking of old ladies? Oh my god. Oh my god. It's... Look at this. Oh my god. Look how... Alright. I hate these lights. Look. It's actually white. Not that you can tell. But it is. It's white. White. Why doesn't it look white in these lights? Because they're yellow. That's why. But it's white. See? White. It's crazy. I never thought I'd have white hair. But here we are, bitch. White hair. But it looks crazy colored in this. Ugh. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. I have this plugged in, you motherfuck. But... my crown of glory. It's something, all right. That's for sure. It is something. I've earned these motherfucking grays. Hope. Well, I'm not gone. I'm right here. Bitches have a lot of hair. Yes, they do. Pearl? Hello. I love Queen Pearl too. Nope. You caved in. No. No, you're not getting any more crazy ones. That's my ball that Jace calls it. My hair ball. I like my hair ball. Scott doesn't want me to dye it either. He wants to see it all white. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't keep going. But I have to. I'm just going to keep going. But it's frustrating because I don't know. I want to dye it so bad. But we're at it done. You just got to let it grow, bitch. You just got to let it grow. Hello, New Hampshire Gigi. Welcome. My iPad's about to die, but welcome. Oh my gosh. I really wonder if my son's going to come out here and go to sleep. I don't know. Yeah, just let it go, Misty. Just let it go. I wanted to see what it was going to look like white, too. Of course, this does not look white. I need to be under natural sunlight so you guys can see it, because it looks crazy colored right now, but it is white. Like bright colored. It's a very strange color. Family supported them be witnesses. I wondered about that. Who? Who? I'm watching the whole trial on a great channel. They break down the next ones on the stand. Okay. Whatever happened to that woman on Facebook? Oh my God, so much. So much, Shay. Her boyfriend was killed. It's, oh my God, it's a whole situation. I have to catch you guys up on it. Ugh. It's hard to let it grow out. Yeah, I'm so far down now that I can't dye it. I mean, it's been 9 November of last year I started this, and then I did dye it once, but mine's silver white just at the temples. See, I wish I was just on fucking temples, but I've been watching videos about royal jewelry. You know what's in my timeline right now? This doesn't even make any sense. Tennis matches. Why? Tell me why. I don't know, because I watched one fucking thing, and now it's a million. But can I play a song for you guys before we go? Of course I can. Okay, thanks. Let's see. Hold on. Ooh-wee. Hold on. I absolutely love him. I absolutely love him. All right. Here we go. Josie's on a vacation for a week. Come around and talk it over. There's so many things that I want to see. You know I like my girls a little bit older. I just want to use your love tonight. Ooh, I had the time of my life, and I never felt this way before. I ain't got many friends left to talk to. Nowhere to run when I'm in trouble. You know I'd do anything for you. Stay the night, but keep it undercover. I had the time of my life. Never felt this way before. I just wanna use your love tonight. How good is he? Seriously. Trying to stop my hand from shaking. There's something in my mind not making sense. It's been a while since we were all alone. I can't hide the way I'm feeling. As you leave, please would you close the door? Leon. He's oh God. He's so good. Woo. He's so good. Oh. He does all kinds of music. Couple of kids in a Chevrolet, catch a little hair on the doorstep, sipping on some from paper sack, and hang a shirt on the maple him, slipping through the moon at a river bank. One man long, I've been the best. He does a bunch of different mashups. Just a smart little girl, living in a lonely world. He's adorable too. So. Hold on. He does Adele, Unchained Melody. Mm. Woo. Hold on, there's one that's so damn good. Where is it? Where is it? People didn't think he really sang like that. They're like, oh, there's too much auto-tune in that. So he's done like live streams. He's so good. Stop it. Where is it? Right here. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander. My faith will be made stronger. Presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without border. Let me walk upon the water. Wherever you would call me. Lord, he's so good. I love him so much. All right, this thing's gonna die, so I have to take myself off screen here and then go upstairs and take myself up there. It's such a good song, Lori. Oh my God. But we have about 4 charismatic voice now. Good night, unsupervised. Same. The goatee beards. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's such a good song, Bucci. It's so good. So good. Have you heard Scars by I Am Thee? I don't know. I don't think so. I've heard Casting Crowns, Scars. I'm not religious at all, but that song gets me. It's such a great song. She's an opera singer, but she reacts to metal. You have to send it to me, Andy. No, I've never. It's 11:25. Is my child coming to sleep out here or no? I don't know. I love the casting crowns. They're the ones I haven't seen. I've seen Third Day so many times, but her facial expressions. I don't even know how I found Elijah. He was on TikTok somewhere, and I'm like, whoa, that voice. And now I'm addicted. Everything he puts out. He puts out a lot of mashups, like songs you would never expect to hear together. So they're really good. I'm so glad tomorrow's Saturday. I've been so busy this fucking week. Ugh. Andy is the best. Candy! Andy is the best AI picture maker. That's for sure. She makes crazy pictures of me, though. I did become an alien for a little while with the crazy hair. I straightened my hair the other day because I had school stuff with Jace. Oh. Ugh. She reviewed Led Zeppelin. Oh. Making her feel a kind of way. I do. I like Mark. Nobody tops Third Day, though. Mm-mm. Mac Powell? No. No. He has the best voice ever. The best. I love his voice so much. I wonder if my son's going to want me to leave these lights on tonight. Probably. I think I got bit by a mosquito that got in here. Right here. I can feel it. And it's very itchy. Oh, 2%. All right. I got to leave on this one and run upstairs to the other one to shut it down. And get my son and tell him to come to bed. I got to give him my other phone so he has something to watch while he's out here, I guess. All right, I'm going to leave on this one and run up to the other one. I'll be right back. You'll see me in 1 minute. Leave. Exit. All right. I love you. Goodbye. Good night. Maybe I'll be on again this weekend. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see.